I think we're live now. Hey traders, welcome to a new week, guys. Welcome to a new week. Welcome to a new week. So let's see what our expectation is for this week. I should have done a live yesterday, but I was quite busy. So what are we looking at? And I'm sorry for whatever background noise you hear. I'm currently not at home. I'm outside, so I need to make sure I do the live today. So like I used to say, let's give a quick weekly analysis for this week, our expectations and what we think the market will do. So let's start from USD JPY. Let's go in the forward time frame on USD JPY. Let's go in the forward time frame on USD JPY. Give me a minute. Okay, okay. Yeah, let's look out our expectation for Euro JPY. Let me clear out because my chart is a bit messy. Yeah, I know that. Let me clear it out. Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, let me forgotten. Let me share my screen. I forgot to share my screen. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot to share my screen. Let me share my screen. I forgot to share my screen. Okay, good. I think my screen is sharing right now. My screen is sharing now. My screen is sharing. So, yeah, so let's give a quick recap of what we are expecting on this week in our trades because you guys know we only do USD and Euro JPY. Okay, so let's give a quick cap on our expectation on what we think the market is going to do this week. What think the market is going to do this week? Yeah. So on Euro JPY, starting on the 4 hour time frame, market is in an option. The market was coming down, but now there was a market shift here, just like we explained last week. And now market is not showing. I don't know what is wrong. I think it's probably my network. I don't know why it's not showing. Let me start sharing again. Sorry for the background noise. I don't know what is going on. I don't know why my skin is not sharing. Okay. And I was the one that didn't set it right. I was the one that didn't set it right. I think it's showing now. Yeah, it's showing now. Sorry about that. Sorry for the background noise. Like I said, I'm not actually at home. I need to make sure I do that. Okay, good. We are good to go. I think it's sharing now. So, I say we are starting from EOJPY. Okay, let's give a quick. weekly analysis on Euro JPY, on Euro JPY, and on Euro JPY, markets just shifted. Yeah, around March. Okay, there was a market shift before. It was a downtrend, but there's a market shift. Okay, so now we are in an uptrend basically. Okay, so that is number one. As I'm teaching guys how to actually analyze the market. You are just starting out, it's probably on a Monday. Number one, know your overall trend. This noise is too much, please. I don't know. I can't tell the person to stop. The noise is too much. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, starting out the week, know your overall trend. My overall trend now is an uptrend because price keep breaking highs. Okay, price broke this high, price broke this high. Okay, and this is the next high that I'm expecting price to break, which I'm still starting is going to come to. Okay, now that we know that okay, it's an uptrend, but I draw out my weekly high and low, which is the first. So I'm still going to talk about my strategy today because that's what is mainly today's topic mainly about. But I just want to give a quick recap of my expectation of this week. Okay, so my weekly high and low is here. Okay, there was a counter, a little counter trend line, but there was a break and a retest and boom to the upside. So price is still coming back up. Okay, all this one is also a retracement of price. Okay, zero price is still coming up to this point. Okay, this 165.180 level. Okay, price is still coming up to that point. Okay, so our expectation for this week, this trend line is no longer valid. Okay, our next possible trend line is going to be like this. Okay, this is going to be our next possible trend line. That's if price didn't keep going down. Okay, but like we said, we don't predict what we react to whatever the market gives us. Okay, based on past patterns and past structures that has happened in the market. Okay, so this week I am just staying neutral right now because I have a trade going on EuroGPY. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up my MT5. Yeah, I'm coming. Give me a minute. Let me put up my MT5s to show you guys. Okay, let me put it on to show you guys the trade I'm currently on. I've been on this trade since last upper week Friday. Yeah, it's it's like a swing trade. Okay, because I'm a day stroke swing trader. Okay, depends on whatever the market gives. Okay, I day trade and I swing sometimes. So this trade is like a swing trade. Okay, I've been up since. Okay, good, good. See, but I'm in profit of $3,800 right now. You can check this down here. This is a profit of 3,800. Okay, that's what I'm currently up on right now. So I'm still on this trade. Okay, I'm still expecting a target of at least 6,000 to $7,000. Okay, which is at this top right here. This is our high here. This 165.218 level. Okay, this 165.218 level. Okay, that's my expectation of price. Okay, so that's my expectation right now. I'm just being neutral on Euro JPY. Now on USD JPY, something funny actually really happened on USD JPY. Okay, number one, I missed this trade here and I missed the second one here also. Okay, okay, I missed the first one, I missed second trade here, but still, it did a funny thing. Okay, if you check out our overall trend, let me clear out this indicators on my chart, make my chart look messy. Okay, now overall, you know that USD is in a downtrend before. It's an uptrend overall. Okay, it's gone monthly. But on the 4 time frame, it was a downtrend before. On the 4 hours or daily time frame, it was a downtrend before starting from this point here, January, around January this year, because of Trump when he entered and also he affected the market start going down. Because before overall market is in an uptrend, okay. Overall market is in an uptrend before, okay. But when Trump entered, the market change direction, they will start trending to the downside, start trending to the downside. But now that the US market is already getting to be a bit down, I think it's time the market starts shifting to the upside. Okay, market broke structure and yes, price start trending up. Okay, an uptrend is about to start right here. Okay, uptrend is about to start right here. Now, we have our weekly, our 4 hour low and our 4 hour high that have been broken. Okay, so an uptrend that we want to see was price keep breaking highs, not lows. Okay, to show that yes, price is trending. Price needs to keep breaking highs and not lows. Okay, so now I'm coming. Give me a minute, guys. Let me see if I can share this. I can share this stuff to. I can share this stuff to my TikTok account. Hold on, I'm trying to share the live. Okay, let's continue as I do that. So, like I was saying, in an option, we want to see price keep breaking highs and not lows. Okay, so this was the 4 hour low before this bottom here, this 1.142 to 382 level. Okay, this was the 4 hour low. So I don't want to see price break it. If price can break it, then that means we are still going to be expecting more of downtrend. Okay, but price didn't break it. Okay, instead price rejected at that point. Okay, gave a W pattern and rejected at that point. This place have been a sweet entry for me, but I missed it. Okay, because it was around 5 in the morning. It was early in the morning. I was not awake by then. I used to be awake during the Asian session though, but around 3 4, I sleep up most times. Okay, because that is when Asian session is coming to an end. Okay, so I was not awake then, and this one I was not awake. Okay, I was not awake around this point here also. But price came here, rejected, then came back again. Okay, played around again, come back to this point here. Okay, this point here also I was actually busy at this point. I didn't I was able to miss out on this entry also. Okay, so this place is already acting as a support level. Okay, a support level, demand level. Okay, for price rejected first, came back a second time. Okay, so our targets for USD price see also this highs because we want to see price breaking highs. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame, price keep breaking highs. Okay, so our target see 148.581. Okay, that's our target that we are still sure that price is still going to come to. Okay, but now that we miss this entry, we just have to stay neutral on the trade. Okay, there's no trend line basically. The trend line here before has been disrespected, so we're looking out to draw a new trend line. But for now, we are still neutral on USD also. We are still looking at what price is doing. Okay, we're still looking at what price is doing basically. Rejection, then rejection. Okay, as soon as our price is doing, but we should see an uptrend soon, starting soon on USD. Also, price start trending up. Basically, there's a mini trend line here which might actually be valid for a while. Okay, this is like a trend line starting out, but we have to see it very well if we go on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, good. This is on the 15-minute time. We have like a trend line here. So let's see if price is going to come back to this trend line. If there's a comeback to this trend line, then that's a sweet entry for us because this is an uptrend that's about to start. Okay, price doesn't break this low. Let's delete it. So that's our lookout for this week on USGPY. This trend line I draw, let's see price come and bounce off for the third time. Okay, so let's see price does something like this. This is what I expect price to do. Okay, price might do something like this, then come back to this point here, then go up straight. So if there's a comeback to this point, it's going to be a sweet entry for us. Okay, price come back to this point. It's going to be a sweet entry for us. A very sweet entry for us. Okay. So that's our lookout on USDJPY. So on EUR like I said, we are currently neutral on USDJ or EUR also. Okay, but price is already trending up also. But if there's any trade update, I'll drop it on my Telegram. I'll drop it on my Telegram channel. Okay, I'll drop it on my Telegram channel. Okay, I dropped on my Telegram channel basically. So if you guys have any question, please let me know if you have any question before I go and start talking about my strategy. Let me know if you have any question. Basically, let me know if there's any question in the comments box about what I just explained now. If there's no comment in the next 1 minute, I'll continue with the explanation of my strategy. Okay, good, good. No question. No question. No question. No question. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue, guys. Okay. So now let me talk a bit about my strategy basically. Okay. Let me talk a bit about my strategy. My strategy is called the fusion strategy. Let me type it out now. It's called the fusion strategy. Okay, I named it the fusion strategy. Okay, that is the name of my strategy basically. Now, I know most of you will be like, okay, why did you name your strategy fusion strategy? The reason why I named the reason I named it the fusion strategy because it is not based on just one method. Okay, one method or indicator. Instead, it fuses multiple high probability confluences together, like trend lines, psychological level, market structure, support and resistance, and candlestick reaction, and chart patterns. It's this fusion of different layers of confirmation that gives it strength, precision, and consistency. Okay, the word fusion means joining one or two things together, okay, to bring out a definite result. Okay, that's why it's called fusion strategy, because this is the fusion of different layers of confirmations, confluences that gives it strength. Okay, just like now, if you want to find out a news about something or something happened, you have to what confirm from different sources. So you'll be certain that okay, yes, this actually happened or is correct. Okay, you can't just believe something based on just one source. Okay, you have to make your researches of different sources. That's just the way the strategy is. Okay, one thing can actually give you okay probability. Okay, you have to add it to confluences. That's the name of the fusion strategy. Okay, because it's the confluences of different layers of confirmation that gives strength and precision and consistency in that strategy. Okay, it's not just all about guessing. Okay, that okay, this trend line, new price coming on. It's not just about you guessing. Okay, it's about alignment. Okay, aligning different confluences together to form out the fusion strategy. Okay, when all these elements come together, the probability of a successful trade increase. Okay, if I'm using one more than one to two conferences, the probability of my trade okay increases. Okay, of a successful trade increases. Even though we are not the market, even though we can't predict, like I said, react, but still, those conferences gives us an edge in the market. That's how we call an hedge. Your strategy is called an hedge. Something that gives you an edge of successful or be successful in the forex market. Okay, now, when all those elements come together, all those components come together, the probability of a successful trade increases. Okay, that's what makes the fusion strategy different from any other strategy. Okay, it is structured, powerful, and built for real results. Okay, for real results. Okay, not that strategy that someone tell you I'm just using trend line. No, if trend line come and bounce off, you just take your trade. No, you have to see other confluences. Okay, that gives you an high probability successful trade. Okay, now my fusion strategy, you guys ask question of what it all consists of. My fusion strategy consists of 5 to 6 conferences. Okay, but for me to take a trade, I must see a minimum of 3 conferences to take a trade. Okay, now my first conference and most important conference is what is my trend line. My trend line. Okay, that is number one and most important. My trend line. Okay, I must really see a trend line before I take a trade. Okay, my trend line. Then number two, after my trend line, I have what we call chart pattern, which is the what the M and the M and W pattern. Okay, that's in my chart pattern. Okay, that's just another confluence for me. Okay, that's another confluence for me. If you guys want to understand the psychology behind all these conferences I said, just shoot me a DM. Okay, all my links are in my bio, my profile, in this description. Just find a way to get in contact with me. Okay, and I'm going to have a class with you on this because this is a live video. I can't really explain in full details. Okay, now after my chart pattern, my other confluence is what? After my chart pattern, my other confluence is what? Psychological level. Okay, my psychological level. Okay, my psychological levels are also a very plays a very important role in what in deciding my traits. Okay, my psychological level plays a very different role. So I'll be explaining what these things means, just a basic one. I'm not really going in depth, okay? After my psychological level, then I have what we call what support and resistance. Support and resistance also has what has an extra confluences for me. Okay, support and resistance, we can call it what demand and supply. Okay, any one of the two you want to call it. Okay, so these also what these zones also act as a what as another extra confluence for me. Okay, that add to the success of what one trade between in a lot of series of trades. Okay, now after my support and resistance, and that confluence is what we call market structure. Okay, my market structure must what if I'm going for a buy, I must make sure that my market structure is showing that price is an uptrend. Okay, I can't sell in an uptrend market. No matter how good the setup is, I'm not going to sell. As far as market is in an uptrend, the structure is telling me okay, this price is going to keep buying. Okay, then I'm going to be looking out for just buys. Then if there is a break of structure, then I what shifts my words. That's how you have to go. You have to be flexible in the market. Okay, once price break your high, look for buys. Once price breaks your low, look for what? Look for sales. Okay. If your market structure is showing you that okay, price is what is going downward, okay, it's trending down. You can't if price is going down, market is selling, you can't buy. Once you are losing money, that's basically means you are losing money. Okay. That's how market structure plays and that very vital important role in making my decision in my trades. Okay. Then the last one is what we call what candlestick pattern. Candlestick candlestick pattern. Okay, sometimes I do add this candlestick and chart pattern together. Okay, but I just want to separate the candlestick pattern also play a role. Okay, because if price come to my trend line and I see my chart pattern, I also see what a candlestick pattern that tells me okay, yes, price is going up. Candlestick pattern include engulfing, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, doji, morning star, evening star. Just start candlestick pattern. I need to see one or two of them. Okay, before I will say okay, I don't take a trade. Then lastly, another extra confluence is what we call what weekly. Let me just call it the high and low of the week. The high and low of the week. Okay, that also plays another vital role. What in deciding my trade, in deciding my trades. Okay, in deciding my trade. Also play a vital role in deciding my trade. So now this is the list of the confluences that are in my strategy. Okay. Now, if I want to take a trade, I must see a minimum of what three confluences. Minimum, minimum of what three confluences before I take a trade. Okay, I must see a minimum of three confluences before I take a trade. Okay, either I see either I see my trend line, my chart pattern, and psychological level. These three enough gives me what a go entry to enter a trade. Okay, either I see what my trend line, support and resistance, candlestick pattern, that's another three conferences giving me what a go what to take a trade because I must say minimum of three out of all of this. Okay, either price comes to my weekly high and low and I see candlestick pattern and market structure also goes in place, boom, I take my trade. So I must see minimum of what, three conferences. Okay, but most of times I used to make what my trend line always compulse you. Okay, my channel always compose most of times. Okay, but there are some times whereby there are exception. Okay, whereby I just take shit based on patterns. Okay, mechanism pattern, chart pattern. Okay, and also if I see my price in a support and resistance level, and market structure is also in place, and I see a good setup. That's also another word. That's also another setup for me. Okay, that give me another goal. Okay, so if I'm not adding my trend line, I must see at least like four to five confluences before I take a trade. Okay, that's how I'm missing my trend line. Because trend line is like vital, just like the basic or primary confluences I must see before I take my trades. Okay, that's basically what I use as a forex trader. Okay, I'm coming. Now, let me just give you an example of it in the market now. Okay, let me go on to the 15-minute time frame. Let me give you an example of it in the market. Because I don't just want to be explaining without giving an example of it. Okay, good. This is a good example of the last trade I took around early May. Okay, This was a trend line. There was a trend line here before. Okay, there was a trend line here. Okay, good. So trend line, if you watch my previous live video, I explained what trend, how to draw trend and all. So my trend line, I have what my first touch here, I have my second touch here. Okay, then this point here is my third touch. I always tell you, third touch always they always happen in the market. Okay, anytime you draw a trend line, the third touch is like the best touch to take your trade. Okay, in market. And after the third touch, the fourth touch, if there's a good confluence there, you can take the trade. But the third one is always very important. Okay, before price disrespect the trend line, it must always bounce up with the third time. Now, what the price do? Price come here, come to my trend line. Okay, number one, number one confluence is here. When price come here, number one confluence is here is what? Number one, my trend line. Okay, my trend line is check. Okay, trend line check. Okay, after my trend line is checked, that is if number one confluence is now number two confluence. Price was created an M pattern. Okay, price created an M pattern. Now, if you ask me what's my M pattern, this is my M pattern. Sorry, W pattern rather. This is my W pattern. Price come here. Okay, can see what happened. My W pattern. Okay, this is my W pattern. That is your second confluence. Now, if you can't see the W pattern properly, you just change to line chart. You see it properly on line chart. Good. Now you can see the W pattern that happened here. Okay, price came here, went up, come down. Okay, created a W pattern. Okay, so this is a good the break of the this eye here. Okay, this is a good. If you want to know more about chart pattern, like I said, just shoot me a DM. Okay, we'll have a class on that. So now W pattern, that is what second confluence is what is checked. Okay, second confluence is checked. Now I said we need a minimum of three before we can take a trade. Okay, now after the second one, then I now look at my what my candlestick pattern. Now this is what this is an evening star pattern. Either as an evening star or morning star, I'm not sure, but it's an look like this is an evening star. It's an evening star pattern. Candlestick pattern. This is an evening star candlestick pattern. Okay, and also there's weak rejection, which is what my candlestick pattern. Also my candlestick pattern. Okay, I'm seeing two of them. Like I said, I need to see minimum one or two. Now this huge rejection showing that yes, buyers are in the market. Buyer that pushes market up to this point to close. Okay, that is showing that I have lot of pressures in the market. Okay, they're coming in strong in the market. Okay, that's what now I have my my trend line, my W pattern, which is my chart pattern. Then I also have what my candlestick pattern. That is three already. That means I have good to go. Now, if I now check for confluences, okay, now you see that price is not what price is my this there's a psychological level at this point. Okay, there's a psychological level at this point. Now, psychological levels are levels whereby price are like whole numbers in the market where the price has a higher chance of what rejecting from. Okay, now if you talk about whole numbers, I'm talking about something like 50, 60, 70, 25, 30, 35, 40. Those are whole numbers. Okay, those are where price points might reject. Okay, now example now if you go to buy a car now, or no, don't let me use a car. Let's say you used to go to buy a shoe in the market. Okay, now if the seller tell you that okay this shoe cost 200 naira, okay, or $200. Okay, now if you can't afford 200, you now what bring the price down to the lowest whole number. Okay, you can tell the person okay I have 150. Okay, you can have 150 naira or $150 to pay for this thing. You can't tell the person who I have 157 naira to pay or $157 to pay. No, you're going to bring it down to the lowest whole number. Okay, those are those are normal human disposition of what of price. Okay, and has to bring down price. So that's why psychological level also plays a vital role in price rejection. Okay, because those are a whole number that buyers and sellers are ready to take position in the market. Okay, that's just a basic explanation of psychological level. If you want more explanation, like I said, just shoot me a DM and all. Okay, now I have my psychological level here, which is what and that fourth confluence for me. Okay, in the market, and that fourth confluence for me in market. Now I'm seeing like five confluence now that I took the trade. Oh. Now there's a support level here. Okay, price reject off this point once, came back to a second time. Then what? This is third time. Price just keep rejecting. Price reject. Then price now come and reject. Price now hits my trend and I reject. Now I have what a support level here. Okay, I have a support level and also a low. A support level here and also what a demand level, okay, demand and support, anyone you want to call it. You can have it here. That is what five confluences, like that makes this trade an A plus trade. That's what we call A plus trade in the market. Having more than three confluences, I call them A plus trade, because those trades have a 60 to 70% out of what's going to my take profit. Okay, that's if price doesn't do his own thing. Okay, now that I took the trade was a success. I bagged about 130. Sorry for that. I bagged about 130 pips from that. Okay, sorry, give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute, please. Yeah, so I'm back. So in this trade, I bagged about 130 pips. Okay, now I have about five confidence, which give me that this is an A plus trade. So I'm very certain about this trade. That's why I took this trade. Okay, now if you check out, let me look at previous trades that I took also. Let me look for another previous trade I took also. Okay, okay, no, price can go back further than this, but this one too. There's also a confluences here I know, but I can't actually go back. But let me turn to the one more time. Let me see. Okay, good, good. Now my laptop is currently low, so I'll be rounding up fast now. Now, yeah, there's a trend line at this point here. Okay, this and that entry. Okay, there's a trend line at this point. Okay, this is a trend line. Okay, now I have a trend line. Okay, that's my number one conference. My what? My first touch, my second touch. Okay, the price now came there the third time. So now when price came there the third time and touches, fine. That's my number one conference. That is trend line in check. Number two conference, my psychological level. There's a psychological level at this point. That is 158. No, 159. 159.000. Okay. That's my psychological level. Okay, now I have two complexes to check. Now, if you look well, you see an M pattern here. Okay, an M pattern. Okay, an M pattern here. Okay, that's what three complexes already. That's a good to go for me. Okay, three conferences already. Now if you check out line chart, if you can see all those things very well, check out line chart, you see an name pattern. You can see it's nice one here. You can see it, a name pattern. You can see it, a name pattern. Okay, that is third conference. That's a good to go for me. Okay, but if I not check also, if I not check well, I'm going to be seeing more. Fuck, I don't know why. Sorry for that foul language. I don't know why I clicked the 15-minute time frame. I'm already used to that stuff. Okay, good. Now, if I look well, I'm going to see more conferences. Okay, I'm going to see more conferences at this point. Okay, now after an M pattern, that's my third conference. Give me good to go. Candlestick pattern also. This is a word bearish engulfing. Okay, this right here, this right here is a bearish engulfing. Bearish engulfing was candlestick. Okay, and also this long huge weak rejection showing that seller have what lot of pressures in the market. Okay, that's a good to go for me. Okay, then boom, I took my entry. Okay, I took my entry. Now, if I want to even look at either demand or supply at this point here, there's a support level at this point also for me. Okay, at this point here, there's a support level. Okay, which became resistant. Okay, support level which became resistant. Price reject one, two, three times. Okay, now price also reject, but price broke through it. Price now broke through it, then came back and retest it. So when price broke, anytime price break a resistance, a support rather, it's always going to come back and retest it. So anytime you retest it, price that means your support is already turning towards resistance. Okay, if price break a resistance and come back and retest it, that means your resistance is already becoming support. Okay, so at this point here, it became what my resistance. Okay, it became my resistance. This is what my demand level. Okay, okay. On my supply level rather, this is my supply level. Okay, because price broke this support level and came back and retested, became a resistance. That's a what? Four confluences already. Boom. Perfect trade. Okay, I took the entry. Then what? Before you know, so many pips that we bagged. We bagged about 267 pips. Okay, that was around February or so. Now, if you look at this trade also, after price my trend line, I'm now going to what? I'm going to adjust my trend line. Okay, there's a trend line here. Okay, my laptop is going to be dying anytime soon. Let me quickly wrap up, please. Give me a minute, guys. Let me wrap up fast. Okay. So, okay, let me wrap up fast. Now, if you see that you adjusted my trend line at this point, okay, before. Okay. So I think that's going to be all for today, guys. So by tomorrow, so I might be going live tomorrow or next 2 days. I'm going to be going live. Okay. Sorry for the background news. I'm going to be going live tomorrow or next tomorrow. Okay. So thank you guys for staying tuned. Have a nice day, all of you. Thank you.